preparing for Cooper to start against the Eagles.
Kim Sutton, DallasCowboys.com. Mike, this is a rivalry with the Eagles that's, long-standing in this organization. In your experience, just how elevated is it when you're playing, your rival? They're undefeated. You guys have something to prove. What's that environment, I guess, like going into?
This is a great game to compete in. I think anytime you have division games and rivalry games and, the history and we'll definitely educate our younger players on, what their, the arena that they're getting ready to compete in, pulling into Philadelphia at the stadium is a unique experience. It's all part of it. I've always enjoyed it. So, but this is a game. Obviously, means a lot. Both teams are, they're undefeated. We're 4-1. So, all that plays into it. But, the division games to me are always the most fun, most competitive. So that's what we're preparing for.
Great. Babe Lawford, Cowboys Radio. You ever got less out of a team that you played twice last year? In terms of looking at what they did, because you have week 3, obviously, and week 18, they basically played.
Well, that's an excellent point. Frankly, we didn't even use the last game. So, we obviously looked at week 3, and I think just like anything where we are in the season, they've played 5 games, so then that's really where our primary focus has been.
Christy Scales, Cowboys Radio. What is the addition of A.J. Brown meant for their offense?
I think A.J.'s been an excellent addition. I think just you look at the way they use him, I think the way he complements the other perimeter players. So, his physicality, he can get down in there and definitely helps him in the action game, the ability to make the big plays off of that. So, I think he's been an excellent add.
John Michaud, The Athletic. What have you seen from Jalen Hurts on film? Is he significantly better than he was last year? And if so, what areas do you think he's improved in?
Yeah, really like Jalen. Obviously, we liked him coming out. Had a good grade on him, but he's, I think the biggest thing, he's definitely progressing. So I think you definitely can see the comfort that he has in the offense. This is a well-oiled offense, and I think now, with that offensive line, their ability to run the ball, they're playing fast. If you look at their play numbers, statistically, they're top in the league, and near the top of the league in a number of categories, both offensively and defensively. So this is a football team that's been very productive in their first 5 games, and Jalen's a huge part of that.
Mike Edwarder, ESPN. I have 2 questions. The first of which is the Eagles are 5th in the NFL in scoring. Your defense has been so dominant that you haven't really had to score a lot of points in any game. What's your level of confidence that you can score if you need to with Cooper Rush?
Yeah, first off, I'm sorry to hear about the passing here, Father. But I think as you look at this game, and when you look at the numbers, that's what I do Monday, and you look at how many points you think you need to score, how much you think you can hold them to. But let's be honest, our calling card over the past month has been complimentary football. So, and that's going to be an important part of this game. And we're going to have to do our part offensively, and we feel like we have an excellent plan, and we're just really getting going, today with it. And but we need to take a step offensively in the area of production, particularly in points. So we recognize that, and defensively, this is a huge challenge. Just look at the number of plays and how fast they're playing, and this offense will really has stressed everybody to the point. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
My second question is along the lines of the Jalen Hurts point that was brought up earlier. How unique is what the Eagles do offensively in the league right now with all the RPOs and the willingness to run the quarterback?
Yeah, definitely. They stress you by alignment. They stress you, schematically, and they ultimately can stress you because the quarterback is a primary ball carrier too, with ability wise. So, and then from that, I'm just talking about running the ball, and then from that, all the action that comes off of that. So, very, very difficult team, especially on first and second down, to compete against it. There's a uniqueness. Frankly, practice today is huge for us, particularly from a look team standpoint, because we got to give our defense that look. But this is probably the most unique challenge, both schematically and athletically, and in the skill of the perimeter players that we've had this year.
Is it hard to find someone to simulate what Hurts does for you guys?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's. I think the most important thing is is the fits and the speed. And, the pre-snap is going to be crucial. Anytime you're playing on the road, and frankly, just to complement our football team. I mean, they're playing the game in LA and have both teams using silent count. And if you look at the mannerisms, particularly the freedom that the offensive linemen are able to have a little more this year than I've seen. There's an increased focus that needs to happen. So I think that's the biggest part, just to make sure we're in clean communication, our pace of operation where it is, and then at the end of the day that we're a step ahead of them, when the ball snaps. So and they really challenge you in that area.
Cooper has obviously been in some big games, played both Super Bowl teams from last year. This is a little bit different division showdown, first place on the line, hot quarterback and team on the other side. What confidence do you have in him based on what he showed you so far going into game one?
Well, I got a tremendous amount of confidence in Cooper Rush, and I think the most important focus for Cooper is just to stay true to the plan. And I think that's a huge strength of his. We're not going to ask him to go out there and throw it 60 times a game, and those types of things. So he's very intelligent, instinctive, aware, and definitely, and their defense is playing at a high level too. So there's definitely some schematic challenges, particularly in first and second down. So we got to be on top of that. I mean, the pressure is up compared to some of the teams we've played in the past. So we got to be on top of that. But Cooper's just going to stay within himself.